Good morning. I am so excited. I finished the Botanical Journal. So I just want to say a massive thank you so much for this year, Barbara. You made my original journal, which you can see here. It looks probably a little bit different to when you first sent it to me. Shall we just go through it? It's pretty chunky. Hopefully I'll get this all in camera, but I will take photos as well. But I started off, you might be able to see with the light, gave it a bit of a spray with some gold, put a little deco on there. Not sure about the closure yet, but I kind of wanted a bit of a rusticy kind of a thing, but at the same time, give it the attention it deserved. I managed to find a cute little 2025 charm, which I thought was quite sweet, deserved to go on there, and a girlfriend gifted me some Swarovski crystals a long time ago. Never had an opportunity to use it, and I thought this is the perfect way to use it. So you'll see as I go through, I've actually put people's names on when they've sent me their items. Hopefully I've spelled everybody's name right, and I'm not very good at videoing, so if I bump my camera and stuff, I do apologise. So, started off with a plain journal, and I've just gone through and done some embellishments. I'll post up a photo of what Barbara sent me originally, but it's a lovely linen, like a brown linen kind of thing, and paper, but a real good quality cardstock. I've done some consistence through the journal just to try and make it cohesive, because as you can imagine, all of the stuff that everybody made was so different, and so many different colours and things like that. Absolute exquisite work. So I really hope I've done justice to what you've sent me. So right, let's go. Now I'm going to have to start one way or the other. So what I did do is I was gifted some a present, and it was on sort of like a brown wrapping paper, but it had these beautiful flowers on it. So what I did was, just to strengthen the cover a bit, I actually lined it with this paper, and that sort of set the scene for where I wanted to go with the journal. So as you can see, my first make was, well, it wasn't my first make, this is the way I've set the journal up. Elisabeth did the journal cards, but she also gave them to me in pockets. So there was 4 of them, and they're scattered throughout the journal, and I've turned them into tuck spots because I think they're quite a handy little thing. The second page was done by the lovely Linda, and that was a belly band. You can probably hear this rain, it's pouring down in the Coromandel today, and I've popped it in there. You'll see that one of the other things that I did was stenciling, and I've kept the same stencil throughout the journal as well. The original paper that Barbara sent was sort of like this creamy, you can see underneath here, it's a thicker card, maybe, I don't know, maybe 120 grams, Barbara, you can probably tell us. And it's been good because some of the makes that we've had have been quite chunky. So Linda sent me these lovely little belly band. There's another one further on as well, and I've kept that colour thing on that page as well. So we'll head off to the second page. So what I've done is I've been given these makes. This is Vivian's make, which is these flip over page. I've tried to do, if you know me, I love my inking and stamping, that's my thing. So I've tried to balance the colours out and do that the best that I could to match the makes that have come through. So you'll see that that's a common theme as well. What I tried to do was keep the same sort of stamps and the same kind of style, just to give some consistency, but to show off all the items. So that was the lovely Vivian's, and that was the tuck over the side, and there's some tucks in there as well. Again, stamping. The other thing is too, I couldn't be bothered getting my sewing machine out, So I just used a fine black pen, and a lot of the pages you'll see I've just gone around and hand drawn my stitching in. It works. I'm happy with that. This was a little make that I did actually. It was one of the challenges, and when I made my partner the make, which was Nix, I think, I couldn't help myself. I made a few extra and I kept some for me as well. I also, as part of the challenge this year, I made all these little specimen cards. They were all inked, and every time I sent off a botanical swap, I sent one of those and a little bookmark, which I'll show you. So I've just added a few little embellishments on the pages, some tabs, some inking. That's the flip side, so it's one of those magnetics that stuck on the top of the journal there. And again, consistent with the colours and the inking and the stamping. And you can see that it's sort of like a creamy background, which is ideal for, you know, sort of aging and making it look a little bit more vintagey. I've got a bit of colour now, same stencil that you saw on the front page. For consistency, a little bit of stamping, inking around the edges, and there's one of Elisabeth's beautiful journal cards again. My own camera, yes. And also Mary made specimen cards. I've got 3 of those through the journal, so they have been popped into the journal as extras, and there's Mary's name there. Right, now we've got the lovely Elisabeth again, and I've realised that I've actually spelled Elisabeth's name wrong. We had 2 swaps this year, and this one was a belly band, and it's one of the ones that when you open it up, it folds out into a journaling space. So that was a really lovely little swap there. Oh, and there's Mary's got one of her tucks in there as well, specimen cards. That page was left, I'm not sure if you can see from this light, I just speckled it with a bit of gold, and again used the hand stitching. This page was one of the ones I did when I first got the journal, before I even got any of the swaps actually. It was an inking page that I did, so I was able to, when this swap came in, I was kind of matched them up and thought that'll go perfect on this page. So I built my journal at the end, and I've literally just finished it. I've spent it the last few days while I've been off work. Here's the lovely Linda again, who sent the belly band through, and this is a bit of a brighter page, another one of Elisabeth's beautiful little journal cards. And I also tucked in one of my little creations that is upside down, but there you go, that I made ages ago when I was playing around with stamping and inking and things like that. The other thing that I was talking about was these little bookmarks, hangers, whatever you want to call them, that I sent through to all my swaps. Just something a little bit different. So I had a couple left over, so I thought I'd pop them in the journal. So that was a bit of a brighter page, and also on this one I did some what do you call it, embossing, no, texture with a bit of inking. It's the first time I've actually got that stuff, so I thought we'd give it a go. Right, on to the next page. Again, here's that same kind of inking, just a couple of washy bits, stickers that I had there. And this one was done by the lovely Pamela. It was one of those over the side tucks. So on one side it was made out of a 6x6, and it fits either side of the page, and you glue it here, and I just glued it here, so it's actually a tuck spot as well. This side has got tags on it. This side is a little belly band, which she put a couple of little cards in there. and I've just added just a couple of little embellishments. You'll see also I've been using a washi tape through here as well. It's very subtle, but it just kind of just tying everything in. Like I said, I wanted to show off everybody's stuff, but at the same time kind of make it a little bit more cohesive as a journal, because we're all so different, and that's what I love about our group. So yeah, that was the other side of it, and the inking as well. Another little tab up the top here. Muslin cloth was the other little thing that I used as a consistent. This one's a little bit of a pinky colour, and Laurell, I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm going to call you Laurell because it sounds beautiful. Sent me some happy mail, and just before Christmas, and actually I think it arrived on Christmas Eve, which was delightful, and so I couldn't help but pop that in there. It's a beautiful little journal card with its own little envelope made out of a recycled envelope. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's nice to have stuff sticking out the top and that. And then we move on to Robyn. And Robyn, I think, is in Australia. She was my one of my first Australian swaps, and she made these two, see if I can get both on camera, like ephemera holders made out of envelopes. And these are quite different in terms of colour with some of the others that I've had. It was filled with lots of goodies. Barbara also sent me a little swap as well at one stage. Oh, actually no, it was happy mail, and it had these little tags and it said, hope you can use these in your journal. So I did. I made them into little tags and glued them down, inked them up a bit, grunged it. I'm not sure if you can see, but one of the tags is gold, the other one's silver, and so I've just splattered the background with gold on one side and silver, not sure if the light's going to get it or not, on the other. I told you she's chunky. This is the middle, and again I use that paper just to sort of firm it up again, because I knew there was going to be quite a bit of pressure on the spine, and did a bit of stamping on it as well, a bit of muslin cloth. And then we've got a plain page which is just inked. Quite like this one. It's quite plain. It's this is the original colour of the journal that I was talking about, nice creamy colour, nice firm, and that's that same stencil that I've used throughout with a bit of stamping. This is an original page that I did like earlier in the journal that I'd done before I even got any swaps. You'll see I've sort of tied it in again with my faux sewing. And Laurell also sent me one of these delicious little pop-out envelopes, and she made these gorgeous little cards. It's made out of a brown paper bag, and then there's a tuck here as well, and there's Mary's other specimen card that she sent me, so they all tie in quite nicely. We're getting there, team, getting there. Next page is sort of greys and browns, another little washi sticker there that I had, and again from the lovely Pamela, the over the page with all the little, made it into a tuck spot, add a little bit of embellishment to it. She actually sent me other embellishments and I used them in something else, and it wasn't until I went back through my photos and thought, oh whoops, I think I should have used that in this journal, but anyway, sorry about that, Pamela. And this is the side with the tags in it. So again, just trying to tie in those colours. And as I said, Barbara sent me this cute little ephemera holder with little bits and pieces in it, and I've been able to use some of them, and that can live in here now. Thanks, Barbara, and put your name on it. Another little tag, just sort of zhuzhed it up a bit, a little bit of stenciling again. The other side of the tag. I think we forget that, you know, there's two sides to a tag, so I like to try and decorate both sides. Another one of the lovely flip ups from Vivian. This one ties. I'm not going to untie it, but it's got lovely little tucks in there and a little journaling spot as well. And she made these gorgeous little tags here as well. Tried to tie in the stamping and the inking. And that's the other side of it. I absolutely love that, and I've been trying to work out where I was going to put it, so I'm just going to tuck it in there. Here we go. Another little stamp. That was a little die cut. I think it might have been from Linda actually, with one of her swaps. A little washi, other side of the tag, some stamping again. And then we've got this over page from Annette that was early on in the part, and it just basically sits over the page, and oops, there we go, just a journaling card which slides in. I put a bit of washi on both sides because when you flip it, if it's sticking out, it was quite white as you can see, so I thought I'll just put that washi tape, will carry it through, and also so that just sits over the side, like so. Says confidently. Some of these got quite heavy. Oh, I put a little dangle on there too, just to zhuzh it up a bit. And then the other side, again, flips over. Nearly at the end. This one was quite different. This was from the lovely Nix And Timmy. Blue. I hadn't expected that, and when it arrived in the mail I was like, that is amazing, with the brown, the craft colours with the blue. Very, very pretty. So I think it needed its own page with colour, so I really brought in the stenciling on here. And I'm not sure if you can see, I did a bit of a white splatter, purely because these delicious little pieces were quite white. I did ink them down just a little bit, just to blend in, but they have magnets in them, and one's a top flip, one's a side flip. So then we go to the last page. There they are there. Side flip with a little journaling in them, and top flip. And then the very last page, you'll see again the backing and the lovely journal card from Elisabeth again, which just tucks in there. And I believe we've also got another couple of specimen cards from Laurell. And I've just realised I haven't put a bit of washi down through the middle there to hide all my rough cutting. So that, team, is the journal. It's a chunky monkey and it is absolutely beautiful, and I loved this challenge so much. It's the first time I've ever done anything like it. Loved it. Thank you, Barbara. And I'm definitely going to be signing up for the Postal Challenge, which will be starting this year, and I look forward to possibly swapping with you. Thanks, team, and Happy New Year.